we have already discussed about the dot product. Okay, so we were in the first session we have discussed about different types of vector, what is a unit vector, what are parallel vectors, addition of vectors, subtraction of vectors, direction, cosine, all those things we have discussed in the first session on vectors, that is vector algebra. Okay, then in the next session we are the addition of vectors and subtraction of vectors or multiplication of a vector by a scalar. Those are very simple things. Okay, then parallel vectors, when there is no they are two are parallel, the magnitude can be different, but if the angle between them is zero, then it's a parallel vector.
Yes.
So parallel vector, then unit vector. If the magnitude of the vector is 1, then that is called a unit vector.
Yes,
So
yes.
let us say a1i plus a2j plus a3k. So square root of a1 square plus a2 square a3 square, if it is 1, then that's a unit vector. Okay. So we talked about magnitude of vector, we talked about unit vector, then addition of vector, then subtraction of vector, then what are its vector quantities, like the quantity having a direction and a magnitude is called a vector. Then we told that velocity, acceleration, displacement, these are all vectors. Whereas distance, speed, these are all scalars.
Mass.
Okay, mass and all, these are all scalars. So work done, energy, these are all scalars. Okay, these are all scalar. Power, these are all scalar. Okay. But force is a vector, acceleration is a vector. When you are telling the force, we need to tell in which direction is acting. When you are telling acceleration, we need to say in which direction is acting. Suppose I am telling acceleration due to gravity, it is always acting downward. That's why it's a vector. Okay. So acceleration due to gravity or any acceleration is a vector. Okay. And then even centripetal acceleration, like when a body is moving in a circular motion, that is also a vector, because centripetal force is always acting towards the center, and the centripetal acceleration is also acting towards the center. So you know centrifugal force is equal to mr omega square, like mr omega square, that you know. So r omega square is the centripetal acceleration. The centrifugal force is opposite to that of the centripetal force. Okay, so acceleration is a vector and all. Then after discussing all that, then we went to the product of vector. There are two types of product of vector. So there are vectors can be, the products can be, and product between two number is a number. Product of two matrix is a matrix. But in case of vector, there are two types of products. One is dot product, one is cross product. Okay, so we have discussed about the dot product. So a dot b is equal to magnitude of a, magnitude of b, cos theta. That is one. And this is what is a vector, b vector, the angle between them measured anticlockwise, and that is the ab cos theta. Then a dot b is a scalar. Okay, so dot product is a scalar, that is another thing. And how to find the angle between two vectors. So if you know the two vectors, then it is easy to find the angle between two vectors. It is nothing but a vector dot b vector divided by magnitude of a into magnitude of b. So because a dot b is nothing but ab cos theta. So ab cos theta divided by ab is cos
magnitude
theta.
Of a.
So theta is equal to cos inverse a dot b by this
magnitude of a.
Yeah. So this is one. And another thing that we learned about dot product is I dot I is equal to j dot j is equal to k dot k is equal to 1, because the angle between them is 0, so cos 0 is equal to 1. And again we have discussed that I dot j and j dot k and k dot I is equal to 0, because angle between them is 90 degrees. That's what you can see. Yeah. So that's what you have seen here. Okay, then
projection for
then we have studied about projection. So projection of a vector A on vector B. Let us say this is a vector A, this is the vector B. So what is the projection? Projection is nothing but draw a perpendicular and this much distance is the projection. So A cos theta is the projection. Okay. Then A cos theta. So what is cos theta? Cos theta is this value.
Dot product of A
Okay.
and B by
Or you
magnitude.
can say A dot B equal to A into B cos theta. Okay. Then how much
Transpose.
is A? So you want to know the projection. So projection is nothing but A cos
Cos
theta.
theta.
So A cos theta is the projection. So suppose somebody asks you what is the projection of A on B, then the formula is A vector dot B vector
By
divided by
magnitude of
B
B bar.
magnitude. So that is the projection. So this term is called the projection of A on B.
Yes.
Okay. Similarly, projection of B on A will be the numerator remains same. Instead
it's
of
B-
B
magnitude
vector,
of
it will
A.
become A vector. Okay. That is what we have discussed. And then we discussed about another formula for A dot B. So if A is equal to A1 I, A2J, A3K, B is equal to B1 I, B2J, B3K, then we multiplied it and we found out A dot B is equal to A1 A2
A1 B1
A1 B1 plus
A2
A2
B2
B2 plus A3 B3. That's what we have put it here.
Yes.
And then we told that the work done is work done is
Example.
also a dot product because work done is equal to component of force in the direction of displacement. So component of force in the direction of displacement is equal to F cos theta into D. So if work done is nothing but force magnitude of force vector dot displacement vector.
Displacement vector.
So force vector dot displacement vector is nothing
Work
but
done.
your work done. So work done is a scalar quantity and the unit of work done is equal to is joule.
Joule.
Similarly, the unit of energy is also joule.
Joule.
Okay. So energy is nothing but the capacity to do work. Okay.
Yes.
And wattage, the power is nothing but rate of doing work.
Huh.
Okay.
Work done by
Suppose
temperature.
the rate of doing work. Suppose you can say that per second how much it can.
Time taken for it.
Suppose you are saying the wattage of the bulb is 60 watt. That means per second it will consume
Give out that
60 joule of energy. So 60 watt means what? Per second the bulb will
Amount of
consume
energy consumed.
the amount of energy consumed by the bulb per second. So 60 watt means
That is the
it
rate
will-
of doing work.
60 watt means the bulb will consume 60 joules of energy per second. Okay, 60 kilowatt means the bulb will not bulb. For example, kilowatt. Let us say you have a motor. Okay, motor their power will be in terms of kilowatt. Let us say one HP motor. That means its power is 746 watt.
Yes.
Okay. So 746 watt is almost 1 kilowatt, which is 1000 watt.
Yeah.
So if a motor is 1 kilowatt motor, that means the motor is consuming 1 kilojoule of energy, right? 1 kilojoule of energy per second it is consuming. So why they are comparing it to horsepower? That means it is as powerful as a horse. Okay. So when the industrial revolution started, instead of using human power, they started using animal power. So this animal power, when they started using, so this horse is a symbolic of energy, like it is a high energy animal. So 1 horsepower means it can be as good as 20 human power or something. So 1 horsepower is 746 watt. Similarly, 1 HP is 746 watt. 1 kilowatt means you are consuming 1 kilojoule of energy per second. Okay. Suppose we are saying the power plant, let us say NTPC near our home, the power it produces 2000 megawatt. Okay. 2000 megawatt. Each turbine produces 500 megawatt. So there are 4 turbines producing 500 megawatt. That means each turbine produces 500 megawatt. That means 500 megajoule per second. Megajoule per second. What is joule per second? Megawatt is megajoule per second.
Yeah.
So that kind of energy it is producing. Okay. So now we'll get into the cross product with. I hope you have solved at least 20 numericals related to dot product.
Yes.
Now we'll get into cross product. Okay. in vector algebra we have covered dot product. Now in vector algebra we will cover cross product. Okay. So you will get at least 3 to 4 numericals on in your CET or in main J related to this. Okay. Dot product, cross product, unit vector, angle between vector, knowing two vector, how to find the angle between vector, all these things, questions related to direction, cosines, and all that. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So we had mentioned that vector algebra. Anyway, this is all these things comes under vector algebra. Okay.
Yes.
So we will start with cross product. Right. So cross product means product of two different vectors. Okay. I have vector A, I have vector B.
Which gives a vector. Yeah.
Then what is cross product? A cross B. So what is the meaning of this? Okay. So the meaning of this is,
In plane
let's say,
perpendicular.
magnitude of A, magnitude of B, sine theta into a unit vector. I'll tell you what it is. So that's why it is a vector. Okay. So we were discussing about like the cross product will have a direction. Okay. The cross product will have a direction. So we were discussing, like, say, let us say this is my x-axis. Okay. This is my x-axis. Let us say this is my y-axis. Okay. And let us say this is my z-axis. This is my a three-dimensional plane. Okay. This is my z-axis. And let me say that there is a screw here. Okay. So let us say there is a screw, kind of screw here. So you have a kind of a screw here. Okay.
Yes.
So this screw, screw will have threads. It will have major thread, minor thread, and all. So it will have threads. Okay. So this is a screw. Okay. So let us say this is my x-axis. This is my y-axis. Okay. So when this is rotating like this. Okay. When it is being written like this. Okay. So this is a right-handed rectangular coordinate. In this system, when the positive x-axis is rotated counterclockwise into positive y-axis. Okay. So this is positive x-axis. See, this is positive x-axis. This dotted line is negative x-axis, right?
Yes.
This is negative x-axis. This is negative y-axis. So when the positive x-axis rotated in counterclockwise direction into positive y-axis, like this.
Yes.
When positive x-axis rotated in counterclockwise direction into y-axis, okay, into positive y-axis, a right-handed standard screw would advance in the direction of positive z-axis.
Z-axis. Yes.
So you imagine there is a screw. You are rotating this. So this screw, the head of this screw in XY plane. Just imagine.
It is perpendicular to XY.
So head of this screw is in XY plane. Like, let us say this is my hand is XY plane. Okay. This is my hand. This is my screw. Let us say. So this is my hand. Okay. This is my screw. Okay. So the XY plane. Then when X rotates towards side Y. Okay. So let us say this my thumb is X. This my index finger is Y. So I am rotating this X in the direction of Y.
Like this.
So it is when it is rotating, when it is being tightened, this screw will try to move in the upward
Positive
direction.
Z direction.
That means it will enter. Like it will, when you are doing this, it will move up. Like it will be tightening the screw.
Yes.
Okay. So when it is kind of a tightening the screw.
Yes.
So that is one. Then this is called right hand screw rule, and to get the So when x-axis rotates towards y-axis in anti-clockwise direction, in the positive z-axis it will move. In the positive z-axis it will move.
Yes.
So that is the direction of the cross product. Why we are referring all this? Because cross product is a vector. So what will be the direction of the product vector?
Yes.
So if I multiply, let us say vector x into vector y, the
Direction
product
will be
of
Z.
direction of the product will be in the z
Z
direction,
direction.
positive z.
Yes.
Right? If I rotate in x in
XY plane.
xy plane in anti-clockwise direction, the screw will move in positive
Positive Z
direction. That is the
direction.
product. Okay. So other than this screw rule, there is something called the
Right hand thumb.
right hand thumb rule. Okay. So that right hand thumb rule, is something like this. Let us say this is your okay. I think. And let us say this is my thumb. Okay. So let us say this is my thumb. Okay. So this is my thumb, and let us say these are my fingers. Okay. Let us say these are some of my fingers.
Yes.
Okay, some of my fingers. Okay, and then let us say these are some of my fingers. Okay, and let us say some of my fingers. Okay, so this is my thumb and these are some of my fingers. I am just bending like you can imagine like it is something like this. Okay,
Yes.
this is my thumb and these are my fingers. And let us say like this is kind of this is kind of my hand, let us say, right? So this is my hand. Okay, so this is my hand, this is my thumb. Okay, so I am just actually the better representation will be something like this. So this is my thumb, so it will be something like this. Okay, like my other fingers are just these are curved like this. Okay, other fingers are curved like this. Okay, just for the understanding purpose.
Yes.
My fingers are curved like this. This is my thumb, and this is my hand or whatever. Okay. This is my hand. Okay. So what is happening here? Let us say this is my x-axis. Okay. This is my x-axis. Sorry. Actually, let us say this is my x-axis. This is my x-axis. This is my y-axis. Okay. So what is happening? This you imagine like this is my thumb. So my x-axis is rotating towards my y-axis. You imagine my hand is y-axis, and my fingers are fingers which were x-axis earlier. It is rotating towards my hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
From x-axis to that, your hand
this
is
is my y-axis, and my fingers are
from x to y.
Y. It is rotating. Okay. So when my fingers are rotating towards my hand, that x-axis is rotating towards y.
axis.
Then my thumb
Shows
in the upward direction. That way it is
Positive Z.
So that is called right hand thumb rule. Okay. Right hand thumb rule. Thumb rule. And this is right hand screw rule. Right hand screw rule. Okay, this is my right hand screw rule. Okay, so what is the intention of doing all these? So again here this is rotating in this direction, right? From x to y. Okay, so so the intention is to say that what will be the direction of the cross product.
Yes.
Okay, So if a right-handed coordinate system, the thumb of the right hand points in the direction of positive z-axis when the fingers are called in direction away from the positive x-axis. The fingers are called in a direction away from the positive x-axis. Positive in direction away from the positive towards the positive y-axis. So it is curled towards the positive
Y-axis.
y-axis.
From
Okay.
X to Y.
So this is right hand screw rule and this is right hand
Thumb.
thumb rule. Okay, so the vector product of two vectors A and B is denoted by A cross B, and it is denoted as
B sin theta.
A cross B is equal to
Magnitude
huh,
of
A magnitude,
B magnitude.
B magnitude,
Sin theta. N cap.
then sin theta,
And N cap.
n cap. N cap is nothing but your unit
Unit
vector.
vector.
Okay. So where so in this case, let us say let us represent it like this. Okay. Let us say this is my vector A. Let us say this is my vector
Vector
B. Okay. Then let us say the angle is measured always anti-clockwise
Clockwise
direction.
direction.
That's the positive
From A
this
to
thing.
B.
Okay. So when this happens, the direction of A cross B will be in a plane perpendicular to plane containing A and B.
Okay.
And because it is A to B, it will be directing
Directing
upward.
upward.
Okay. So A cross B will direct upward, whereas so this will be the unit vector. Okay.
Yes.
Which will direct upward. This unit vector.
Yes.
Okay.
The one which is in perpendicular
Ah, ah,
direction.
And when it is A cross B, okay, when it is like the B cross A, it will be direct. It will go
Downwards.
like
It
this.
will be minus.
So B cross A will be in the
Opposite,
Opposite
Z
direction.
plane.
so the B cross
Minus
A.
N cap.
So this is the unit vector for A cross B. For A cross B, this will be the unit vector. Whereas for B cross A, this is going to be the unit vector. This is the unit
Yes.
vector. Okay. So these are all, it is following right-handed system. Right hand. You should not consider the left hand. You should consider right hand, and from you consider
X-axis as your
my fingers are
X-axis.
from positive x-axis, it is going towards positive y-axis.
Which is hand.
Then the product will pointing towards positive z-axis,
Which is
which
thumb.
is your thumb.
Thumb.
Okay. So if either A or B is 0, then A cross B is 0. See, if A or B is 0, then A cross B is 0, no doubt about it.
Yes.
Because magnitude of A will become 0 and this will become 0. Okay. So what are the characteristics? So characteristic. Okay. So characteristics are A cross B is a vector. A. Okay. A cross B is a vector. We told that A dot B is a scalar, but A cross B is a vector. That is one characteristic. You have to remember.
Yes.
A cross B is always a vector because you have a unit
N
vector
vector,
sitting
N.
here. Okay. And if A and B are two non-zero vector, then if A cross B is equal to 0, if and only if A and B are parallel to each other.
Angle between
Okay.
them is 0.
So if this is A and this is B, and you are finding A cross B to be equal to 0. Okay. When you are finding A cross B to be equal to 0 and both A and B are non-zero in magnitude, it will be possible only if sin theta is equal to 0.
0. That means they are parallel.
Sin theta is equal to 0 means theta is equal to 0.
Yes.
That means A and B are parallel.
Parallel to each other.
So the characteristic B, if A cross B is equal to 0, implies theta is equal to 0. That means parallel vector.
Yes.
Parallel. So this is characteristic number 2.
Yes.
Okay. So and again same vector also, if you are multiplying same vector with same, then also the product will be 0 because the angle between the same vector is also 0.
Yeah.
Right. And if theta is equal to pi by 2, then A cross B is equal to A. So if theta,
Just magnitude of A.
theta is equal to pi by 2 means
Sin theta is
A cross B is equal to A magnitude, B magnitude into sin theta is equal to 1, then a unit
N
vector which is perpendicular to the plane containing that
and
those
B.
two vectors. Okay. And then the other important thing is this ij and k. Okay, this ij
I
k.
cross J, J
Ah.
cross K.
So this is let us say this is, there is one very this is quite important. So let us say this is this, and then this is this, and then this is this. Okay.
Yeah.
So if this is the case, let me write it in red here. This is I, this is J, this is K.
K cap.
These are all unit vector.
Yes.
Okay. So the if this is the case, then I cross I is equal to I. Because I cross I is equal to 0 because sin 0 is equal to 0.
0.
I cross I is equal to
1
0.
one into
J
1.
cross J is equal to 0. Right?
Because theta will be 0.
Because theta K cross K is equal to
0.
0. These are two conclusions. Okay.
Then I cross J.
Then I cross J is equal to K.
Yes.
K.
Because in that
Because
K,
magnitude of I is equal to 1, magnitude of J is equal to 1.
and the unit
So one,
vectors.
and you the sin theta is equal to 9, sin 90 is equal to 1.
And that
So
n
three
vector
things
is
are
at
1,
perpendicular.
but you have a unit vector which is perpendicular to the plane containing I and J.
X and Y plane perpendicular is
So it is something like this. So this is I, this is let us say
J.
this is I, this is J, then this has to be K.
perpendicular to the plane
perpendicular
which
to
has
plane
I and J.
containing I and J. So I cross J is equal to K. Then J cross K is equal to I, and then K cross I is equal to
J.
J. K cross I is equal to J. So this is equation A, equation B, equation C. So but if you reverse the sequence, let us say if you say J cross I, it will become minus K.
Minus K.
Because instead of going anti-clockwise, you are going clockwise.
And then it will be downwards.
See I to J, it is K. But J to I, that means you are not going anti-clockwise, you are going clockwise. That means it will point downwards. So that is important. I to J is K, but J cross I is minus K. So that is important. That J cross I is equal to minus K. Okay. Or K cross J is equal to minus I. Okay. Then I cross K is equal to minus I. That is also important we have to remember. So we have come this far. Then how to find the angle between two vectors knowing cross product. Okay. So the angle sin theta is nothing but angle sin theta is equal to A cross B divided by
Magnitude of
magnitude of A, magnitude of
B.
That's all.
Same
theta,
as that thing, but this is
So
sin.
theta is equal to
Sine inverse of the cross product by magnitude of A and B.
So sin theta is equal to a cross b magnitude, sir. A cross b magnitude, not
Yeah.
a cross b.
Yeah, yeah.
A cross b magnitude.
Mm.
Why?
Where in dot product we found through that formula.
That is not magnitude. In the dot product itself is a scalar.
Yeah.
In
Dot product
dot-
is a scalar.
Hmm.
Here it is a
Ah.
vector, but we are taking magnitude.
You have to take magnitude because how will get the angle a cross b? It's a little bit. See, the thing is, you are writing a cross b is equal to a magnitude, b magnitude,
Sin
then
theta.
sin
Yeah.
theta, then you are writing n vector. So you take magnitude of everything.
Then that n vector will
Then this n vector will become
magnitude, which is
so
1.
magnitude of n vector is 1 and magnitude of a is a vector, again magnitude
Yeah.
taking. So you are just taking magnitude of this also. So sin theta becomes a cross b magnitude divided by magnitude of b, magnitude of b. So this is important. You remember in dot product you are just writing the two value a dot b.
Because that is a scalar.
That is a scalar, but here it is a vector, that's why you have to take
Take
magnitude. This is important, you have to remember this, otherwise you will get confused. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. So we studied about the right hand screw rule, right hand thumb rule, and then cross
Sin
product
theta.
is a vector, how to find the angle, and then different characteristic. When it is parallel, the cross product is 0, and when it is the same vector, the cross product is 0. Okay, so these are some of the characteristics of cross product. Okay. Okay, so now we will get into further discussion on cross product. Further discussion on some more important characteristic of cross product, which will help you to solve some more numericals. Okay, which will help you to solve some more numericals. We will discuss those points. Okay. Okay, what more is left? Okay, it is always true that vector product is not cumulative. Okay, so we have studied that a dot b is equal to b dot a.
But A cross B is not.
But a cross b is not equal to b cross a.
B the negative.
A is not equal to b
B
cross
cross
a. B cross a. Why it is in opposite direction? Okay.
The unit
Because-
vector will be in opposite direction.
So let us say this is A, this is B. Okay, this is then the A cross B in this direction
Anti-clockwise.
will be in unit vector will be in this direction. But if it is B cross A, the unit vector will be in this direction. So that's why A cross B is not equal to B cross A. That is important. Okay. So cross product is not cumulative in nature. Okay. Okay. So that is one.
Area of triangle.
So J cross I is equal to minus K, that we have already seen. We have
From
told
here
that
only.
I cross J is equal to K. That we have already told. Okay.
Yeah.
Like say this is I, this is J,
K is
then this
perpendicular
is K.
direction.
Okay. So this is I, this is J, this is K. So this. So that means J cross I is equal to minus K.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is another important thing. Then now we will get into another two important applications of cross product in geometry. Because we have told that vector product, vector algebra, these are being used in engineering mechanics. These are being used in
Geometry.
geometry also. So how it is being used in geometry? So you have to find the area of a triangle. Okay. So let us say how to find out the area of a triangle. Area of a triangle. Okay. So let me draw a triangle. Okay. So let me say this is my vector A, this is my vector B. This is my vector A, this is my vector B. Okay, so you know on the area, or let us say this is say O, A and B. Let us say this is my triangle O, A, B. So area of triangle OAB is equal to, so this perpendicular. Okay. So we will draw this perpendicular. So we will draw this perpendicular like this. So this is my perpendicular. Okay. Right. So area of triangle is equal to half into OA into perpendicular, let us say this is BD. Okay. OA into BB. This is my area of the triangle. Clear?
Yes.
So how much is BD? Okay. So we know OA is nothing but my A vector, magnitude of A vector.
Yes.
Right? OA. BD is what? BD is nothing but your B sin theta. Let us say this angle is theta.
Yes.
Okay, so this is BD is nothing but my
B
B
sin theta.
magnitude sin theta. Okay. So area of triangle. So area of triangle is equal to half A cross B
Magnitude.
magnitude. Because you know A cross B is equal to
AB sin theta.
A magnitude B magnitude
Sin theta.
sin theta
N cap.
into n cap. So if you take the magnitude of
N
all,
cap becomes 1.
this n cap become 1 and this become A B sin theta.
For area, we cannot take.
So area is anyway scalar, so we can
have
put
to take magnitude.
we have to take magnitude. So area of triangle is nothing but half
A
A cross B, right?
Yes.
So that is one application, geometry application of your the cross product. Okay. Similarly, another is your
Area
number
of
2, area of parallelogram. Area of parallelogram. Okay. So let us say this is this, this is this, this is this, right? This is this. Okay.
Yes.
So let us say my vector A is this, my vector B is this. Okay. So what will be the area of this
Base into
parallelogram? So I know that let us say the perpendicular. Okay.
Height.
The height. Okay. So this is this. Okay. So let us say this will be two triangles, right? This will be two triangles, right?
Okay.
So if it's a parallelogram, in a parallelogram, this side is equal to this side,
Opposite
right?
sides
This
are
is A, this is A, this is B, this is B, right?
Yeah.
So area of first triangle is half
AB.
A cross B magnitude. Area of the first triangle. Area of the second triangle is also half A cross B magnitude. correct? So let us say this is triangle 1, this is triangle 2. So area of parallelogram is equal to area of triangle 1 plus area of triangle 2. Clear or not?
Yeah.
So this becomes area of parallelogram is equal to half A cross B magnitude plus half A cross B magnitude is equal to A cross B.
2 times half.
2 times. So it is just 2 times of half.
Do like that, or you can take a component of B also, like how we took for triangle.
That is fine. That's where B is coming. Suppose this angle is theta, right?
Again, it will be B sin theta.
That is also B sin theta. So see, this is B sin theta into A.
Which is A cross B.
Half A into B sin theta. That is your area.
For triangle, 2 times. Right?
Area of triangle 1 area. Area of triangle 1 is equal to this. Then area of triangle 2 is equal to same half A B sin theta. Because this is A, this is B. So here also there is one you draw a perpendicular here also. Okay. So if this angle is theta, this angle is also theta.
Yes.
The opposite angle in the parallelogram are same. So here also this is B sin theta.
Yes, yes.
So exactly same.
Same.
So area of this also is AB sin
2
theta.
times side, 2
So
cancel.
2 times. So 2 times A cross B. Sorry, 2 times into half. 2 into half into A cross B, which is finally A cross B. Magnitude of A cross B.
Yes.
It is magnitude of A cross B. So now we have covered area of parallelogram, area of triangle. Okay, then the final thing is like that you always have to
how to
remember
calculate A cross B.
How to calculate A cross B. So if A is equal to AI, A1I plus A2J plus A3K, okay, this is A vector, okay. Then B vector is equal to B1I plus B2J plus B3K. Okay. If these are the two vectors, then A cross B is equal to determinant of I, J, K, A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3. This is very important and you should always remember this one. Okay. This is very, very important. Okay. So, so using this, so how it is being derived? It did this. There is a derivation using that I, J and all. I cross I is equal to 1. I cross I is equal to sin theta 0. Okay. I cross J is equal to K. Using that concept, you can derive this. Okay. You can derive this using that concept. Okay. So it is like this. Okay. A cross B is equal to A1I plus A2J plus A3K cross B1I plus B2J plus B3K. Okay. So when you multiply these two, so first term will be multiplied with this term, second term will be multiplied with this term, third term will be multiplied with this term. Then using the formula that I cross I is equal to sin 0 is equal to 0. Okay. Using the formula I cross J is equal to K.
Yeah.
Using the formula K cross
I is equal to J, J cross K.
K cross I is equal to J. Okay. So this formula I, J, K. So this is going in anticlockwise direction like this. I cross J is equal to K. K cross I is equal to J, J cross K is equal to I, like that. But if you go in J cross I, it will
Minus-
become
minus
minus K, and I cross I is equal to 0. So using this formula, you can derive this.
Yes.
You can derive this equation. So this is the mass simplified form of that. Okay, so now using this principle, you can find the unit. So there is a numerical find a unit vector perpendicular to each of the vector a plus b and a minus b. Okay, so they have given a, they have given b.
You have
So
to add
find
and
a
minus.
plus b first, you know vector addition. Then a unit vector perpendicular to each means what?
You have
A, the cross
Cross
product
product.
is nothing but a vector perpendicular to these two.
Yes.
Always remember, if they
Yes.
are asking a unit vector perpendicular to two vectors, just find the cross product.
Perpendicular means
Perpendicular means it's the cross product. Just find the cross product,
of a
So,
plus b
huh.
and a minus
Huh.
b. You have to take cross product. of
cross product. Then you get a vector.
Then
Then
divide
you
by-
take the magnitude. So if you want to find a unit vector, it is that vector by magnitude of that
That
vector.
vector.
First you get the cross product.
Then
You will
find
get a
magnitude
vector.
of that vector.
That vector divided by magnitude of that vector is nothing but the unit
Vector.
vector. Okay.
Yes.
In unit vector, how do you check a unit vector? Either if you take the
Square
component
root
of
of
square
A,
root of component of a unit
A, B,
vector
C,
will give you one.
one.
Okay. So that is a unit vector. So using this principle, you can solve a number of numericals. Okay.
Yes.
Using this principle. So there are some 12 numericals given here. You can solve all of them. Okay. So only way you can become perfect is by practice. Okay. You solve all the exercise problem, 12 problems, you will be perfect.
Yes.
Okay.
Understood.
So that's all about cross product. Okay. So then next to this, after cross product, we will next study the 3D geometry. Okay. Three-dimensional geometry.
Application of all this.
Application of three-dimensional geometry, vectors in 3D.
Yeah.
Okay. Vectors in 3D.
In the plane.
Yeah. So 3D geometry will. The next chapter is three-dimensional geometry. So till now we are studying. Let us say till this point it was vector algebra. So I just completed vector algebra. Okay. Then we will study 3D geometry. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Next class we will. Thanks.